Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. Thought we'd come into the studio and I'd walk you through some steps of my design process. I'm working on a really funny bolo tie right now, so I thought I'd show you the steps that I've taken so far to get to where I am. So I'm sitting at my bench one day wanting to start a new piece, and I want to do a skull, of course, because that's my favorite thing to do. And I tend to have a lot of skull pieces already cut out on my bench top. There's some here and there. So I had this guy cut out, and so I made a bezel for him. And I'm looking around because I want him to be a little bit different than what I've done in the past. And I see a cuff bracelet on my bench that I've never finished. Well, now I can't see it on my bench because there's so much stuff here. It's here somewhere. But it had a neat element on it that made me think of eyes. So I thought I'd get my stamps out and make a few more. So I stamped a couple of eyes. And thought, oh yeah, I like where that's going. That's funny. Let's see. So now he needs a nose. And I tend to just kind of rummage through my bits to find things in case I already have something cut that would work. And I had this bird, and his tail looked like a good nose. So I snipped it off. That was his tail. And I thought, yep, that's a good nose. Let's try it out. Yeah, love it. Okay, now he needs teeth. And I have all these little bits that are the punch outs from when I'm punching circles. You'll see there's some more eyes right there. And so I used those and soldered some teeth. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And then I thought, this guy needs a hat. Why wouldn't a skull need a hat? And a funny hat would be a fez. So I pull out some street signs and start cutting away. Now he's got a hat. And he's gonna need a tassel. There's probably some chain around here somewhere. Well, we'll find it. So yeah, and then he needs a backdrop. And I bought these guys at a antique mall years ago, and they're old sign, so like that's an apostrophe, and they clipped into the board. And I liked this yellow against the red, but I didn't want the little dangly bits, so I cut it off and then scored it so I could fold and make a new piece. Oops. Put his hat on him. Yeah, I like that a lot. And that's kind of just how I work. I'll sit and just scrimmage through my mess here. So a couple weeks ago I was starting to plan out some charms for a Etsy Metal Charm Swap that I'm participating in. And of course I wanted to do a skull. You know. My favorite thing. So I'm messing around and kind of ended up with this guy. He had some different teeth. And I like that, so I started cutting out more teeth. Then I don't like that charm, so I've started totally over. But now this guy has new teeth because of that. Yeah, I like those better. I don't know. So then we made a bezel for the yellow background. And then I've got lots of fun bolo cords, and I've been going back and forth now between the yellow and the red for him. Let's see what you guys think. Come on. I think I'm leaning towards red to match his hat. I think that would be cool. But either would work. I don't know. I think red. So that's kind of where I'm at with this guy so far. I'll try and do a little more work on him and so you can see the finished piece. I worked on the bezel a little bit more, soldered the hat and the skull bezel together, so that's one piece. Because everything is going to basically be a rivet. I'll solder tubing to the back of each of these pieces, and then it'll all go through and rivet it through here and through here to secure everything in place. Let's set him up so you can kind of get an idea. Oops. He's going to have a little star on his fez. So hopefully I'll finish him in a couple of weeks, and I'll post the finished piece on my Instagram and Facebook page so you can see. I think he's going to be really fun. See you next week.